Good morning, my friends. Welcome back. Welcome. I'm doing a last minute surprise gift for someone very special. And I hope to get it finished. If not today, then tomorrow. So, sorry, I'm just picking at the threads. I made this. I just thought I would put it together. It's hardcover. This is... Oh my goodness, what was it? It was from a box, I think. And then this is a piece of chipboard that I put together with a wallpaper cover. I won't be able to sew through it, unfortunately, but if I decide to add extras, then I can sew them first and then add them in. And this is a piece of very, very soft, I don't even know what it is. It's a cotton, or it's like the painter's cloth, the drop cloth, something like that. I just cut it down to size. I actually tore it and thought that would be the inside, and then we'll decorate the outside. But I'm using my kit from a while back, English Cottage. It's wallpaper collage papers. I will put the link for the direct kit into my description box for you, just to make it easier to find. I made 2 signatures just with some of my coffee paper and my blueberry dyed paper, and I'm not sure what else I stuck in here. Oh, a music sheet in each one. This, I think it's beets, the last of my beet paper. So yeah, I just thought I would turn the camera on and bring you along. I have this piece of wallpaper that might go on the outside on the spine, and then we'll add some laces and stuff like that. So let's just, you know, if you're in your craft room and you're doing stuff, I hope you'll join me and let's just craft together. I'm hoping this works. I mean, the Fabri-Tac that I'm using usually glues to everything that I use. So I'm hoping that it will be the same with this fabric. Now I don't know if the glue's gonna show through. I should have grabbed my silicone thing, but you know, I didn't. And of course I have one on my desk, but so I'm just going to, this fabric stretches, so I'm just gonna add it to the edge, just like so, and stretch it out. I didn't iron the fabric, I don't do that. You can spritz it with water and it helps it, you know, you just use your hands to smooth it out. You could do that as well. But I'm just going to add the glue. So I hope you're all doing good. I hope you've been able to get into your art space and do some creating. I got everything finished for wrapping, and I've been adding to my December daily every day what I'm doing, and I have to run off pictures, of course, and do that. And the spine for this is 1.25 inches. It was a spare piece of chipboard that I had, and I just decided to use it. I was going to use packaging for the cover, but then it wasn't big enough, which is unfortunate. I did add a bit of glue down in here. I just want to bring that through, just so that it helps to, you know, to hold it in there. That doesn't work too pointy. I like the end. There we go. And then we'll glue this side. But the wallpaper is beautiful. I thought about fabric, like a completely fabric cover, but then I changed my mind, of course, because I really like the wallpaper, and I do have a ton to use. So it's just nice to use some and just make some pretties with it. But wallpaper is so versatile. I mean, you can use it for cards and tags and pockets and snippets. You can, like, it's thin enough that you can make ruffles with it. And so there is the inside. And if I find that they're coming up a little bit, I'm just going to add more glue. Right? That's all we do. Just add more glue. So I'll let that dry. And because I'm not sewing, I just have to make sure that whatever I put on the cover will stay glued down. I make sure that I have enough glue on there. So I have some scrap laces and let's grab up this stuff. Some fabric, just a whole hodgepodge of things that I had sitting around, and I just want to use them. I love the blue underneath. It just looks so pretty. And then of course I have this ticking. This is from Took. Of course I didn't grab my fabric scissors. Oh boy. So there's that. Where's that piece that I'm going to use on the spine? Right here. So this would go here, and then I would add lace to either side of it coming down. What do you think? Probably I should do that first, simply so that it has a chance to dry. So let me do that. And it's going to be a hidden spine. And for that, I just use heavy cardstock. I have it there. And I did it 1 1/4 inches by the height of the journal, which oh no, you know what? I used a book cover for the cover. Oh, brother. That's so funny. I couldn't remember. It was a children's book, so I'll have to measure it to see how tall it is. So there, I'm just going to redo this because I did add glue all the way through and I want it to adhere properly to this part as well. There we go. Yeah, it was a book cover. I have the guts, the pages from the children's book, and I can use those for ephemera, but this is 8 3/4, and the width of it is just over 6 1/4. So there's room for the signatures to grow. You know, you can put tabs, you can hang things off of them, or she can. And yeah, so it's going to be pretty much a blank journal because she's making so much ephemera, and I would like her to have a place to put everything, right? To put all the beauty that she creates somewhere. So I'm hoping that she will like this and use it. It's just something that I've been thinking about doing for quite some time. So just going to add glue on the thick parts here. And we'll see how it does. I didn't put my hot glue on So I'm just using Fabri-Tac, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully all right. If I'm too slow, just fast forward. I don't mind. Okay. But I know we have a lot of new people that have joined us, and it's just, I know that they appreciate seeing every little bit. Well, that's going to stick down really well. And I'll come back later and find all the little glue threads and remove them. So beautiful. And I have one for the back as well. If I, you know, it might not even make it to the back, but oh, that's beautiful, isn't it? Nice dainty trim. Maybe I have more of this one though. So let's move that. This one's a little wider. Oh, well, maybe I like this one better. And then I have more of it. Not sure the front to the back though on this one. Isn't that weird? I have a hard time figuring it out, but I think that's the right way. So be just like that, and I'm going to cut it longer. And then I'll just cut the next one the same size. Doesn't seem long enough, but okay. They are just a bit longer, so I'll set them there. And then we'll continue with the adding a few bits here and there. Lovely sound of tearing. And I was trying to think of a focal point. Well, it'll be the laces and stuff that I add on will be the focal point. I think that's okay. Oh my goodness, that's lovely. Lovely. Trying to be quiet when I put my scissors down so they don't slam. I'm going to keep all the threads. They're great for snippets, you know, little snippets, and you can just glue them on there before you put a sentiment on it. And just make sure I get my corners. All those lovely threads sticking out. And then they can be built on as well. You can add things on top of them, add a word. You know, if you like to name your journals, then that'd be a perfect place to put a name. Bit of lace. I've been eyeing this fabric here, this end. I don't know if it was from a curtain or a tablecloth. I just know it's pretty. The end of it there at the bottom, I love that little bit. I'm going to take it off of here right now. And then that's a little too square. I use scraps, make scraps, right? Isn't that the way? So I'll just go into my bin. Maybe I like this one better. The house smells so good. Tom's baking, and he's making boiled raisin cookies. He's done apple, and then we did the tarts the one day, and now he's doing the raisin cookies. They're always a hit. I mean, every year, everybody loves them. So, want it this way or this way? I think I'm going to put it that way, like I first thought. And then it's just adding a bit of glue. This edge here is lovely. It's just a little snip, but I think I might just use it on a page or something. I'm not going to put too much in this journal. Like I said, I want her to be able to fill it and add the beautiful things that she creates. And I know that she could probably make her own journal, but it's just something that I love to do. So just going to bring it out a little bit. I'll use this one over here. I just want to see a little bit of layering. Oh, that's the back. Yep. Yeah, and I'm doing this as our arm's length art. I think yesterday's video I forgot to mention that, but yeah, it's the same day. And so I'm just sitting at my desk and getting things done and just having a really fun day. There we go, and I just wanted to add this one here just to kind of tie both sides in together. All right, so let me get these. One side is more shimmery than the other, but I am going to add it, so find out where the fold is. Oh, that looks so nice when it's folded. Here we go again. I'm going to do that side. Yeah, it looks so pretty. Okay, I'll do near the spine first. Just on this piece. And because it's lace, I am going to smooth out the glue. If I was putting fabric, I would use my hot glue, but lace doesn't need the hot glue. Not really, anyway. So there we go. So then I'm just going to glue down the rest. The sound. So there's the front. Let's do the back. I'll trim it up later if there's more stuff, you know, hanging out or whatever. Let's see. Oh, extras hanging on to it. There we go. So pretty. The piece I have on the spine has texture to it as well, which is kind of fun. Just gonna move it sideways. So that's kind of, oops, let me, that didn't work because the top of it is a little bit gibbled, so I need to move it up just a touch. That might be better. If it's not perfect, it's okay. Don't stress about it. It's all about having fun, enjoying the process and what you're making. So I'm just going to add a little extra there. There we go. Slide this up just a touch. There we are. It's just subtle enough. Ooh, nice and feminine. It's beautiful. There we go. And of course you can add lace. I could have just wrapped a piece, but I didn't have a piece that was wide enough here. But I can still come back and add more, which will be fun. But I'll wait until I have the signatures in and then check it out. Come on, doesn't want to stick. That's just dandy. So there's that. What do you think of that? That's so pretty. Do you think it's pretty? I think it is. Do I want to add more? Just kind of tore that off. Whoops, stuck to me. No, I think I will leave it. But that's pretty. Let's see. Decide now whether I want that back there or not. No, I don't think I want that one. I think that'll be okay the way it is. Just grab up my bin, see if there's anything interesting in it that I might use. Just a piece of, oh, look at that. I have some of these mini roses. Put a couple there, or like that. Oh, let's cut them away first, then I can tell. There, or there. Oh, let's just add them, I think so. Oh, maybe they're folded over. I have to fix that first. See if I can hold it out. Add the glue. And then I just want it to touch. Oh, that looks better than where I had put it before. Nice texture on there. They're nice and soft. So let's add a couple back there. I just do that to tie in the front and the back. You don't have to. It's not it isn't a necessary step. I mean, whatever you do on a cover, it's all going to be beautiful. Okay, try and keep it flat. Oh, there we go. Yep. So there's that. Let me just move that up. And the 2 signatures, and I'm not sure how many pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. That's tracing paper. 13 pages per signature. I thought there was 12, but there you go. So that'll fit in nicely into there. And then there's the space where she can put dangles and stuff. And I'm going to put together a little package of goodies as well, just with pockets or whatever. And when I do the spine, I'll just show you here while that's drying. This is going to be the actual spine, so I'm not going to play with that piece. So I'm just going to grab, this is one of the pages from the book I took apart. It was called Milk and Cookies, a bear story. So I'm thinking this is long enough. Oh my gosh, it's not. Of course it's not. That would be too easy. Let's just see. And that's not cut straight. This part I didn't have ready because I wasn't going to do it. So let me straighten out this side and I'll just show you what I do. And this is just a random piece of the wallpaper that I have. So I'm going to cut it to 1 1/4 inches. Has to be the width of your spine and the height of your journal. And so let me just put it up against here and then I'm going to cut it and then I'll show you what I do. I do have templates as well and I keep them for different widths of spines that I make and different heights of journals because I love making small journals as well. So yes, I toss things to the floor. So I'm going to do it this way. I know it's blue, but it'll be less distracting than the words on the other side. So I fold it in half. That will be the middle. And then I'm going to tuck in the 2 sides. Just like this. And then turn it around and do the same thing. And I'm folding it just before the score line that we made when we folded it in half. Just like that. And then I'm going to fold it in half and that gets your center right there. Right, and then so I'm going to bring up one part, and so there's our center, and I'm keeping it just a little bit away, or you can just come up or go in 1 inch. And so this one I will put even less. And then what you want to do is always put a T where the top is, right? So then at your center mark, that will be where you make a hole. If you have 3, sorry, I only have 2 signatures. So the center, I'm not going to put anything. And that gives me opportunity to put in another signature if I wanted with some rope, which I like to do, one that can be removed. And so there, and if you don't like them that far away, you know, you can bring them in a little more. I forget how to do that actually, but no, I don't. Listen to me. I would just make a fold, an extra close, like a closer fold. Nope. You know what? I'm going to show you on this big piece. Sorry, here we go again. But I want to make sure that it's understood, right? I don't want you to think, well, oh, I told you one thing and it's wrong, it's wrong. So I'm going to clean up my edge again. There we go. And then go to 1 1/4 because that's my spine. Sorry about this. There we go, just like that. I still like to see the half mark. This is just a sample, so I'm going to fold it just over my score line. That's what I should have done in the first place, as I was showing you. And then this one will go just over that other score line. It's probably better, especially if you're doing it for the first time, to use you could use a scoreboard, whatever. And so I'm just going to grab the length, because this piece is the proper length. I mean, you don't even have to do all this measuring. You can just use a ruler as well. I was just going to do that. So let's grab our center. So there's our center. I'm going to come down a little bit from the top, about 1 inch. And you can do the same at the bottom. I just like to come up a little extra. Make sure you pop a T so you know what your top is. Okay, and so then here is where you're going to add your circles. You have these lines here, here, and here. So I'm coming just over, because I don't want the signatures to be too close together, right? And then it'll be the same down here. Put a circle and then a circle. And then that's where I would poke my holes, right? So you have the intersections here. So you'll see that when you fold the paper. And then your circles go right in the middle of that intersection, just like that. And if you were doing 3 holes, then you would do it this way, and you would just, the first way we did it, and then you just add your circles, and then that's where you would punch your holes, attach your signatures. And this is how I do my 2 signatures. I like to have that space in between so that there's room for the signatures to grow. So I hope that makes sense. If not, please let me know so that I can say it again. All right, thank you. So I will do that off camera, of course, because then I'll add the signatures to my piece, and then that's what gets sewn or gets glued onto this piece, and then this will get glued onto here, and so you don't see any of the stitches at the back. All right, okay, I'm gonna leave it there for today. I thank you so much for hanging out with me. Questions, comments, please leave them below. God bless. Take care. Bye for now.